see playing in the AMG. Let it rain on me. Now my head, boys, I'm on my knees like that. Lord, please pray for me. Say the grace for me. Say, boy, what you want? Get that. Shoot in my mouth, shoot in my and one. Okay, on the real, I'ma take his soul. I'ma take him from his. On the real, I think he knows.
I think he knows. When I play with him like that, I think he knows. When I save him like that, he's wrapped around my pinky finger, watching the way I move. More power than on, and he knows it's true. When I play with him like that, when I play with him like that, play with him like that, that he's coming right back.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He's still on his feet. How did he stay on his feet? And finally, they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 13. A big play there for Detroit. 51 yards. Nothing fancy there. A little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut, as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Montgomery is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Brian Branch from the secondary in on the tackle. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. McCaffrey will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Under a minute to go. Clock running and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 77 yards on the ground so far for Montgomery. It's a 1st down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Shifts by him, and he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. They'll try the air now with Goff. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
In motion goes Patrick. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Super 1.
Montgomery back to the ground. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky fourth down call. They'll run with Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's Gone. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for a 49er touchdown.
An extra point try now for Moody.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
With a slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Goff now looking to throw.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5.
Play action. Now Purdy. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
down to the 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. The big boy's big dream right there. He got to rumble and stumble all the way for 6.
Nothing like big man with football, is there? I mean, that brings people onto their feet every single time. And his dream was answered on that one, wasn't it? It was realized. He picks it off and takes it to the end zone.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10,
right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Here's Purdy.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
91 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
10 yards on the 50. It's 2nd and inches.
Purdy now to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Not liking the look, they'll change the play. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panther 60, Panther 60. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Viking 18. Ready?
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Cowboy 80. Bronco 80.
Out of the gun, Purdy. And it'll be intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Ric Flair.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Super 66. Dula. Hey, let's go. Let's go, Brown. Brown. We're good. We're good. What's that?
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery.
They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer.
4 down.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, it's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Here's 2nd down. Goff going to shift him around.
Value three. Hey, shell. Hey, kill. Value one. Hey, Don.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Well, the faithful in full roar here in Santa Clara. This is third down.
Hold on. Check.
Back to throw, Goff. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least. If they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
An audible here to get a new look.
Ric Flair.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Let's go.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
The 30-yard line.
To throw is Purdy.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
70 range.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Purdy to throw.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are in the field.
Hey, smash. 65, Cat. 65.
Here's Purdy to throw. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else.
70 Timberwolves. Go, trap. Go, trap. Ready?
Back to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Ready, go.
That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
Moody good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's first down.
Let's go. Maverick.
Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now 2nd and 4.
Ready.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to have a first down, but he's tackled inbounds up near midfield. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Go, Todd. Super one. Hey, lift. 12. DC.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Here comes 2nd down.
Tonight. Super one. Hey, shell. What's that?
Now Goff. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. What a game we were treated to in this one. And then on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered a loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.